Everyone, good evening. Jesus Alvarez here, President of Global Relationships, and we are so excited to be here with all of you. First of all, make sure that you go and join one of the languages that we have available for you. We have Spanish, we have French, we have Russian. So make sure you go to those channels. I hope you are understanding. So you can go to those channels, you can click the language, you can choose the language, and join this beautiful presentation that we have for you. We are so excited. Please let us know where country you are joining from. I see US. Welcome all people from US, all customers, distributors, members, Mexico, Canada, Mexico, Spain, United States. I thought I saw India, Spain, South Africa. Wow, Germany. So many countries that I cannot read. I think Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, South Africa again, Nigeria, Russia, wow, Peru, Colombia, wow. Many of you. I'm trying to mention the ones that I have not mentioned yet. But what a beautiful day. What a beautiful group of people joining and continue joining this great meeting. And you have a minute. You can remind your teams to join us. Space is limited, so make sure you send a quick reminder because this is getting better and better, and we are ready show you, talk to you about this amazing opportunity. And stay to the end because every speaker will bring something amazing today. And with that, let's go ahead and start this amazing uh, meeting in this beautiful Saturday from Utah to all the world. We let me introduce you one of the people that I know for many years. One of the people that love his energy. I know you love his energy. Um, Owner of companies, entrepreneur, leader, but for me, more than that, a good friend. You guys know him. You guys see him everywhere, and now he is here with us as the first speaker. Please welcome with your favorite emoji, the one and only, my friend, Mr. JC Martinez. JC, amigo, the mic is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Jesus. I really appreciate it, my friend. Can you guys hear me okay? Please put on the chat if you guys can hear me perfectly. But before we start, guys, I want to go ahead and start with some good mood. And music always gets you in the right mood. Let's go. Let's get the energy on, guys. Let's go ahead and get that energy. Let's go ahead and bring that move on. Let's go ahead and get started because wonderful event is about to start, guys, and we have to start with the same energy, that we do everything. We need to go ahead and act like it. And tonight, well, today, this morning, when I was thinking of what can I go ahead and share with you guys today, what would
Zoom meeting today, and I just found out this.
Yeah, I just want to find out, like, there's.
let me go ahead and just check really quick right here, guys. Give me just one.
Igual hasta el mute. Hola, ¿qué tal?
A todos nos activaron el micrófono.
Hola, buenos días, buenos días.
Por favor, si pueden hablar en español. Pueden darle información.
Buenos días a todos.
Buenos días.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and start,
buenas
guys.
tardes, mucho gusto.
Saludos a todos.
Right here.
Bendiciones.
They got everybody messed
Guadalajara.
There you go.
Saludos desde Tampico, Tamaulipas.
You need to make sure you don't let people.
Hola, saludos desde Italia.
Saludos desde España.
The issue. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and start, guys. Sorry about that. We had some audios open right there. Everyone is super excited. I think that everyone is joining on the phone, and they needed to go ahead and be muted. But thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you so much for the love and for all the cheering energy. I'm seeing everyone on the chat saying hi. Everyone on the chat. Saying everyone, look at that. That's a good energy. We have 1,100 people on this call. All right, so let's go ahead and start, guys. Thank you so much for everything, and let's go ahead and talk about the subject today. And what I was saying, guys, when they told me if I could go ahead and talk tonight, or today, this morning, with you guys about something of value, I was thinking, what can I share with you guys that it will be something that actually you guys are going to take, use it, and change your life drastically. One of the things that I want to go ahead and say that if you're looking for success, if you're looking to go to the next level, if you're looking to get a better version of yourself, the first thing that you have to do, because a lot of people are asking like, hey, what is the key to success? What is the blueprint? What are the things that are going to take you to the next level? And I think that one of those things is actually acting like the person that you want to become. A lot of people don't put this as a first priority on the daily method of operations, but that's something that if you actually start behaving like the person that you want to be, you will start seeing results, and you will start doing things that actually is going to change your life forever. I remember in 2008, when I was working in customer service. I was a college dropout. I was making $10 per hour. I had not success whatsoever. I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted, but I really wanted to succeed in life. And especially when I started joining network marketing, and I started seeing all these people making money and making freedom and having time and having all these cool stuff, I said, hey, I want to go ahead and get that. I want to go ahead and also test a little bit of what that feels like. And one of the things that I did that changed my life forever was when I was invited to a executive meeting. Me coming from customer service, obviously it was amazing to experience being with the CEOs, with the VPs, with the directors, all of them in a circle, in a meeting, talking about how can they take this company to the next level. And I was invited to this meeting to go ahead and give them feedback about customer service. What are the issues in customer service? What are the things that they need to go ahead and start working to get the company better? And one of the things that I felt when I joined the meeting was that they put me a chair on the background, and everyone was with suits, everyone so nice, well spoken, and they were talking about business, about things, how they're gonna go ahead and solve issues. And I was on the corner, and when they told me like, JC, you can come here and share what are the issues of customer service, I think that was the first thing when I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to start to act like a CEO. And that same day, I went to Dillard's, I remember, which is a store where they sell suits and all that stuff. And I used my credit card, and I just swiped it. And I think that probably back then I had like $500 of credit on that credit card, and probably I maxed it out. But I said, I'm going to start investing in the person that I want to become. And I knew that they were going to invite me to the next meeting next week. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go prepared, and not with knowledge, not with things that I need to tell him what to change or anything, because I was not very eloquent on business ideas or business things. But I knew one thing. I knew that if I start dressing up like an executive, like a CEO, that if I start acting and behaving like one and thinking like one day I was gonna become one. And that's what I did. I dressed up. Everyone was looking at me like, what's going on with you, JC? You're working customer service. Everyone was on t-shirts, everyone was on shorts, on jeans, and you're coming here like you're going to a wedding. And I still remember that everyone was like, JC, what's going on? Are you going to a wedding after work, or what's going on? I said, no, I'm just gonna start dressing like it. So the moment that I went into the executive meeting, I walked in and everyone was looking at me like, what's going on? And there were some people that they were new and they were visitors checking out the company. And that's when I realized that if you start behaving and acting and dressing up like the person that you want to become, they will start seeing you as one. The first comment that I got from them was, oh, hey, nice meeting you. Are you the new VP? Are you the new president? And that's when I say, whoa, how come just a simple change of my life was able to affect how other people view me, or how other people, what was the perception of the other people? That moment I got it. That moment I said, you know what? From now on, I'm going to start coming in suits. I'm going to start behaving like one. I'm going to start thinking like one. I'm going to start showing up, shaking hands like one. And I think that's one of the things, guys, that if you really start behaving like the person, start acting like the person that you want to become. You want to become like a person that is free. You want to become like a person that is healthy. You want to become like a person that really wants success. Start acting and believing that you already won. Start making actions. Start making sure that you behave. You want more health? Start going to the gym. Start walking. Start doing something. You don't necessarily need to go ahead and be completely prepared and you have to read like 100 books in order for you to go ahead and go to the next level. You don't need to be ready. The only thing that you need to be is you need to believe in yourself, and you need to make sure that you're taking daily action. Okay? And with daily action, you will start having momentum. And with momentum, you will start having credibility. And with credibility, you will start feeling like you got this. You will start feeling like I'm going to where I said that I was going to be. And that's one of the things, guys, that if you start doing, you will start seeing. So if I can leave you with one advice today, is that you will see a lot of people that are successful here. You will see a lot of people that are actually making things happen here. You will hear from them. You will learn from them. One thing that I tell you that is that if you start acting and you start being like one of these people that are here in this room, you're going to start getting that success. The same thing. Start doing your daily method of operation. Start creating one. Start making a system. Start following up on things that you said that you were going to do. Make a contract that is non-negotiable with yourself. Make sure that you sign it, and make sure that you do it every single day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what they might think of you, regardless of how much fear you may have. Make sure that if you said that you were going to do something, do it, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what they might think of you, regardless of what they say, regardless of how, if they are telling, they're laughing at you, whatever it is, just make sure that you do it, and you will see the success. Sooner or later, you will see the success. And talking about success, guys, I'm going to introduce the next participant of tonight, or today. I still think that it's tonight. I don't know why. Of today, and I want you to think like the person that you are going to become. I want you to listen to him like if you're already successful. I want you to listen to him like you're already there. Because this man, he has not only done it once or twice or even 3 times, he has had success with his systems more than 8 times. And that is something that you need to follow. That's something that you need to pay attention to. That's something that you need to absorb. That's something that you need to go ahead and make sure that you're listening to. Because if you pay attention to what he's going to say today, I assure you that if you follow the system, if you follow the steps of what he's building, the vision that he has, and especially the system that he's going to share, I assure you 100% that you're going to find success. So with that, guys, let me go ahead and introduce you to our CEO and founder of this wonderful vision, of this wonderful company. Please type number 8 on the chat. Make sure that you make some noise for my dear friend and CEO and founder, Dan Putnam. Dan Putnam, please give a round of applause. My friend, the floor is yours. Can you hear me? And I'll go ahead and let you start the talk of today.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, JC. And again, I want to welcome all of our amazing distributors from all over the world. Really what my goal is today is to share some information with you so that you can really understand the timing that we have right now and why right now is the time to go all in. The year's going fast. It's almost half over, and I feel like we're just barely getting started. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about why we're so excited about Orygn, the Tri-GLP, and the next product that we're going to be launching here in just a few short weeks, Ignite, and the positioning that we have that I think most people don't really understand. And so a couple things that I want to explain. Again, in the nutraceutical and the pharmaceutical world, the fastest moving segment by far is peptides. And if you just look at peptides as a whole, the fastest moving segment in peptides is the GLP peptides. Now, what really made this move was when the first became approved as a pharmaceutical. And then the doctor started prescribing it. And just so the people realize, the semaglutide, and then there's Wegovy and Ozempic and many others that are all a GLP-1 drug. In 2025, it was estimated it did between 130 and 140 billion dollars, making it the #1 pharmaceutical in the world. And just so you understand how that compares to some others, there was a big Adderall shortage, very popular pharmaceutical, that did around 20 billion. Viagra, I'm sure a lot of people see those commercials all the time, that did around 8 billion. So you're talking about something that is almost creating like a whole new opportunity. And then there's another side of that. Segment, because right on the product itself, it says not for human consumption, for research purposes only, and yet it's created tens of billions of dollars in business. In fact, the single individual that became one of the fastest billionaires ever recorded as a single owner of a company did it with the research peptides and did it in less than 3 years. And so when people understand the opportunity here and what's going on and what the future is, it's predicted that this market is going to go from around 130 billion to 300 to 500 billion just in the next 3 to 4 years. So it's not something that's hit the peak. It's just barely getting started. And this is all GLP-1. I really want to emphasize that because the product that we have with the Tri-GLP and Ignite is significantly different. In fact, where the pharmaceuticals are going right now, Eli Lilly probably is pushing the needle more than anybody. They launched Wegovy again, which is selling right now. I just saw the other day about $13 billion every 3 months. So every 3 months, they're doing about $13 billion just in Wegovy. Now they launched Zepbound, which is the first dual agonist. So it's the first dual agonist that has gone pharmaceutical, and they're putting hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in research to try and get the first triple agonist, which is retatrutide in the research side. And I was looking it up the other night. and it didn't say exactly how much money they've spent on the research, but here's what it said. They have put aside $50 billion for the manufacturing of retatrutide when it gets approved as a pharmaceutical. So think about that. They put together $50 billion so that they can try and keep up with the demand of what they feel is going to happen. They also have a big article out that says as soon as that is released, they think that Eli Lilly will get $1 trillion valuation. Only a couple companies in the world have $1 trillion valuation, and this is all driven by these GLP peptides. Now let's bring this and explain exactly what this means to us, because if you understand this, I think your posture, I think your understanding, I think your excitement levels will be completely different. Again, $50 billion that they're putting just in the manufacturing so that they can try to keep up with the demand of the first triple agonist. So what does that mean? They have the GLP-1s, then they have the dual agonist, and now they have the triple. And what's happening, it's getting better and better and better. Now, if you just look at GLP-1s, I would say without question, it's the most effective weight loss product in the history of the world. But we're talking about weight loss. We're not talking about fat loss. Now, in most individuals around the world, when they talk about, I need to lose some weight, they're not talking about needing to lose weight. What they typically mean is they're wanting to lose fat. So if you're looking at weight loss, that's made up of water, that's made up of lean mass, and that's made up of fat. Now, the problem that you run into with the GLP-1s, the studies are showing between 20 and I've seen as high as 60%, but it's estimated between 20 and 40% of the weight loss is lean mass. Now, this can be detrimental to your health, and in many cases, people are ending up in a worse situation health-wise, even with the weight loss, because so much of it was lean mass, and that muscle is your longevity organ. That's what's giving yourself the best chance of adding more life to your years, and that's really the goal here with Orygn. The MDs and the doctors and all the science, they're doing a pretty good job of adding more years to your life. Our focus is different. We want to add more life to your years, and a huge part of that is maintaining the lean muscle as long as you can. But here's something that I think most people aren't really understanding. You're looking at TriGLP, you're looking at Ignite, and you're just kind of thinking of these are just like other products. These are just like, any other product that's out there. That's not the case. We have 100% all natural 3-pathway GLP product. It's what literally Eli Lilly is spending hundreds of millions of dollars to try and move to a pharmaceutical. We already have it as a nutraceutical. It's not synthetic. It's 100% natural. There's no known side effects. And we're working with a company that spent over $50 million and over 10 years of research before bringing it to the market. I personally have never seen that in my life on a nutraceutical company. They're spending the same type of money that the pharmaceutical companies are doing. Now think about this for a second. Why are the pharmaceuticals so expensive? The name brand GLPs are over $1,000 each. Retatrutide, when it's approved, they're saying that it's going to be between $1,000 and $1,300 per month. Why is that? It's not because the product is expensive to make. The reason they're charging $1,000 for these peptides or more is because they've spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in research in order to get it approved as a pharmaceutical. And they have to make up for the hundreds of millions of dollars that they've spent by charging $1,000 or more. Now, we're with a nutraceutical company that is not trying to sell the product for $1,000 or $1,300, and they've spent over $50 million and over 10 years of research, 8+ published studies, 13 FDA claims that we can make. Now, that has never been done to my knowledge, ever in the history of the world. Every product that I've launched over the last 30 years, we've had to be very, very careful in what we say about the product. We have to say it might do this. It possibly can do this. We can never say the product does this, the product does this, the product does this. 13 FDA claims. And here's something that I really want you to understand. There's only a couple of them that have anything to do with fat loss. This not only is probably the #1 fat loss product in the history of the world, but that's just one of the many benefits. It's also one of the best anti-aging products. It's also one of the best anti-inflammatory products. It's also a product to help boost your immune system. It's also a product to help heal your gut. It's also a product to help you become insulin sensitive. It's also a product to help control blood sugar. It's also a product, as mentioned, to help you lose fat, control appetite. Not only appetite for food, but all kinds of addiction. GLP-1s are being used in almost every major rehab center across the world for drugs, alcohol, and other addictions that people are trying to get a handle of. And they're being used with tremendous success. So again, Eli Lilly, hundreds of millions of dollars, put aside $50 billion just to keep up with the manufacturing because they know it's going to be so hot. And we already have a triple pathway product that's available in close to 80 countries around the world. It's a nutraceutical, and it's more than 90% less expensive than what they're selling these drugs for. About 10% of the cost, and that's if you're getting 2 bottles of TriGLP or 2 bags of Ignite. If you're getting a single, it's about 95% less expensive. Now let's look at that other gray area that I mentioned, these research peptides, tens of billions of dollars per year. The average research peptide is being sold in this market, a triple agonist. Now again, we're a tri-3 pathway. It's different because we're all natural instead of the synthetics, but it's the average is selling for $299 to $499, and that doesn't include the doctor's visits if you go to medical clinics. So we're between 50 to 75% or more less expensive than even the research peptides that say right on the bottle, not for human consumption, for research purposes only. So they're trying to take no liability, and you really have no idea what you're injecting into your body, especially because the market is so big and they're selling billions and billions of dollars. There's so many companies that are getting out there and selling stuff that really I don't think is what you're paying for. And you have no idea if it's what you're paying for. It's a very risky, a very scary place to be because many of these people are causing irreparable damage to their system, paralyzing their digestive system, and bone loss, muscle loss, and many, many other massive issues that have created billions and billions of dollars in lawsuits. So not only are you working with something that's extremely, completely synthetic, all kinds of side effects, the other big issue that you have, it's extremely potent, meaning that they're extracting this and making something that is so strong that you're literally taking like 1 to 2 milligrams per week, 1 or 2 milligrams per week. Even if you look at TriGLP, our extract product, that's 500 milligrams per day. 500 milligrams per day, 1 to 2 milligrams per week. So if you're taking something that is that strong, that it only takes 1 to 2 milligrams per week, what happens if you take a little bit too much? What happens if you're very sensitive to those ingredients? What happens is you end up with billions of dollars of lawsuits. So there's an estimated 10% of the United States population right now that's on a GLP-1. But here's where the excitement comes in. There's another 33% that are currently looking, but they're looking for safer, they're looking for more affordable options. We are the only one in the world, all natural, patented, three pathway GLP product. And we're doing it at, again, 50 to 75% less than the research peptides, 90 to 95% less than the pharmaceuticals. And we have it all over the world. And here's the big part. We are the exclusive distribution chain for the entire world through network marketing and the home-based business industry. This opportunity is bigger than, I guarantee you, 0 people on this call have participated in something with this potential. I'm going to say it one more time. Eli Lilly, $50 billion set aside just for the manufacturing so that they can try and keep up with the demand. We have the product already. We can take it to the entire world. No doctor's office visits, no necessity for insurance, no weight loss clinics, no injecting yourself with things that you have no idea what they are, injecting yourself even if you know what they are that have all kinds of side effects. Just listen to the commercials. All natural. The only place you can get it is from Orygn. We already have it registered in the EU. We already have our offices in Latin America, in Mexico, and Central America, and South America, spreading through the entire continent of Africa, launching in Australia, and we'll use that as a kickoff point for Asia in the next couple years. And we are positioned, without question, to take this company to a top 5 company in the next 3 to 5 years. And in fact, I think we have a great chance of being number 1. When you're looking at probably 5 years from now, the GLP peptide market is going to be over 500 billion. So if we get 1-2% of that, we're the biggest company in the network marketing industry with about 2%. Now, when you have an all-natural version with no known side effects, you have all of the studies, 13 FDA claims, and you're selling it for 50 to 75% less, or 90 to 95% less than the pharmaceuticals. Hopefully, you guys can see a massive opportunity here. So in closing, what I want to do is just go over what we've accomplished. We put up a site with a free sign-up called the Big Beautiful Reveal, November 1st of 2025. We let people position people for free for 11 days, and then we put up 5,000 bottles for sale that we thought we'd maybe sell a couple thousand. We sold all 5,000 in less than an hour. Then we went back to the free sign-up for a few more weeks. Friday after Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we put up 10,000 bottles for sale. We sold out before the weekend even started. We sent 5,000 bottles to Europe to help launch the EU on 12/12. We thought that would be maybe a month or 2 supply. Sold out in less than 6 hours. Since January, we've sold around 200,000 bottles all over the world. Tens and tens of thousands of testimonials stating the exact same things that the studies are talking about. We know the product works, and we're just getting started. Where we are right now is we are 2 weeks exactly away from launching Ignite. Now, why are we launching Ignite? It's a very similar product, but here's the difference. All of the studies were done on a powder. The powder is very easy to sample. We have the hottest product, which, again, hundreds of millions of people are looking for at the best price. And now we can sample it with just giving people a stick pack and a bottle of water so that they can see how it works. We already have tens of thousands of testimonials. Again, when we launched in November, we had 0 testimonials. Now we have tens of thousands of testimonials. We didn't have access to all of the studies. We didn't have access to the 13 FDA claims. We didn't have 100% exclusive. We had the exclusive on the extract. We did not have an exclusive on this powder. What we have the ability to do in the next 6 months will dwarf what we've done in the last 6 months. Every single person here, business-wise, is positioned at the best time I guarantee you that you've ever had in any opportunity in this world, because it has not existed until now. So I recommend, we have a free sign-up site, ignite.biz, ignyt.biz/your username. I would take the next 2 weeks. Every single person that you've talked to, and you told about try GLP, and they didn't join for whatever reason, I'd reach out to every single person that you know and at least try and get them to get positioned for free. Because I think that the 5,000 bottles we sold on an hour on 11/11, I think Ignite's going to be much bigger. And people made tens of thousands of dollars their very first month, tens of thousands of dollars their very first month of the launch of Try GLP. And we only had it launched for 4 days, less than 4 days in that entire month. Now all of a sudden, we have a 7-month track record, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in sales, millions and millions of dollars paid out in commissions all over the world. And we're launching a brand new product that will be much easier to sample, much easier to break down into 5 and 10 day supplies, and more information coming out. Pay attention to what Eli Lilly's doing, trying to get a triple agonist that they can charge $1,000 or $1,300 for, when we already have it for $75 to $130. And we're already all over the world. So again, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to, I'm not sure if I turn it back to you, JC, or turn it to you, Jesus, but I really appreciate the time. Make sure and pay attention to these great leaders we have all over the world. Success leaves clues, and our goal here is to leave as many clues as we possibly can to help make sure that you have the opportunity to reach your goals. So thank you guys. Happy Saturday, and thanks for everything that every one of you do to make this opportunity possible.
Thank you so much, Dan. And with you guys, we leave you with Jesus Alvarez, President of Customer Service.
Thank you so much. Wow, guys, bring the excitement, because we need to listen also to the one and only Dan Putnam. Every time that you see a Zoom training with that, you need to be there. This is great timing. This is great opportunity. Thank you so much, Dan, for everything that you are doing, everything that you're working right now behind the scenes. So this is gonna get better and better and better. Thank you, JC, for what amazing message, to start acting, believing, behaving, and making those changes as a CEOs. And with this beautiful product, we can do it. And just a quick update, guys, before I introduce the next amazing speaker. A reminder that go to, and I don't know how to do this because I'm talking in English, but there's translations available. You can go and click on the dots or the plus sign, then it will open a menu. You have to click on interpretation, and then you choose the language. So again, thank you so much. This beautiful product is arrive in Mexico. We are sending all the orders. This coming week, you will start receiving orders. The tracking numbers are being sent via WhatsApp. Product arrive in the EU, as Dan mentioned, the registration. So if next week you will see a lot of movement with trackings, with product arriving in a specific markets. This is the presentation. As soon as we finish this presentation, I'm gonna show really quick again the final presentation. This beautiful top where the product is gonna be, and I hope you can see it. I hope you can hold it, because it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful presentation. Very detailed presentation. Product inside, and look this. And very good quality, strong. It will protect the product, and this is what is coming pretty soon as presentation. So I just want to take this opportunity to share that with you guys, because we are super excited and we are so happy to work with you. And to continue, again, don't close your book, your notes, because you need to continue um, making notes, because now let me introduce you to one of the people that I have the opportunity to meet in person. What a great human being. Plus the knowledge, plus the passion, plus the experience. Let's show with an emoji the appreciation for the one and only my friend, Dr. Cesar Fernandez. My friend, the time is yours.
Hello, Jesus. Hello. Hello, JC also. And special thanks to Dan being the co-founder and the CEO of this amazing opportunity and bringing it all to us. This is an amazing chance, amazing opportunity. Dan, thank you for, setting the vision to put us all this opportunity in our hands and bring it to all the world. And This being said, we are a little bit short of time. My name is Cesar Fernandez. I'm a medical doctor. I've been raised as a medical surgeon and emergency room doctor. Then I make a twist after the first 5 years, and I said, okay. I found out that I was running late with the patients, and I tried something different. Now, I went from there, from the hospitals and the emergency rooms, and I went to functional medicine, integrative medicine, and I went all the way to clinical nutrition, stem cells, banking and research, and all of that, just to try to do something different for humanity. I am very passionate about this, and I really appreciate the opportunity that this visionary company and this amazing and futuristic product that we have right now is put in our hands to make a difference, to make a change in the world. But let me get started right now. I'm going to put some slides just to be a little bit quick, and let me tell you what do we have in our hands that got us all excited and passionate about. Okay, here it is. So, let me do something first here. I need to disable this scratches in the screen. Okay, so it is not a lack of discipline. It could be your metabolism asking for help. Yes, look, after 25 plus years studying how the human metabolism really works, I understood something that changes everything. Most people don't really have only a problem of discipline, a problem of nutrition, and a problem of bad habits. They also have a problem derived by cellular biology. Okay, and what I'm just about to share with you right now at this point today could change not only your health, it could change your longevity, and it could change your life expectancy. So why did I start it like this? Science is all that we have right now to focus on the results, but all of us wants health and wellness. Raise the hands, put a number over there, put a number 5 over there in your chats. If you believe, just like I do, that your best investment is your health and wellness. You could have everything in the world, but if you don't have health, you have nothing. You could have 1,000 problems in your life, but if you have one health issue, the other 1,000 problems just vanished, disappeared. But what is the main problem that we have? We all want health and wellness. We desire to have a full, healthy life, a holistic well-being, and all of that. Yes, we all want that. That's our main desire. But who knows the necessary actions, habits to achieve these goals, to maintain this good health? Who knows that? What are the actions that we need to make, and what is the information that we need to know to achieve that goal? And in third place, what is your concrete plan to build that quality life that you wanted to have? Building something in physical, mental, and emotional well-being needs to be the actions. You need to understand the actions, the habits that you need to do, to perform, to concrete your plan to reach the goal. So this being said, also, do you know anyone who lives normalizing this kind of symptoms? Low energy, collapsed digestion, brain fog, chronic pain, lack of sleep. Almost 78% of the people live like this. And the worst part is they think it's normal. They think it's the age. They think it's genetic. No, it is a system that needs to restart. It is a system that's been shut off. And what I'm going to tell you today is I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't go farther if I don't tell you that the silence killer, chronic inflammation, low degree chronic inflammation, is literally killing the human being. According to the World Health Organization, the greatest threat to human health, that it's killing 3 out of 5 people throughout the world, it's due to low degree chronic inflammation. And when you understand this, you need to understand also that your body doesn't forget your habits, that you have factors that weakens you and accelerates deterioration, and you have factors that strengthens you and build your best version. For example, chronic stress as factors that weakens you, tobacco, alcohol, fast food meals, ultra-processed products, nutrient deficiency. Look, ignoring all of these factors today can mean illness tomorrow. So it's not a matter of luck. It's not luck anymore. It's a matter of decisions, and the decision is yours. For example, if you want to build the best version of you, if you take bioactive compounds, such as these ones that we're going to be talking about later on, if you make regular exercise, if you took care of your gut modulation, if you sleep well in your circadian synchronization, if you took all the vitamins and minerals and all of that, small daily decisions create great long-term changes. Your health, your energy, your life are in your hands. And one thing that I'm going to tell you is that your body is the only place that you have to live. Please, please take care of it. Take the best care of it. Some people took better care of their cars. They know when the oil change is, when the wheels need to be rotated, when something is making a little bit of noise. I need to go to the mechanic guy because the car is making this noise. But what about the noise that your body is making? Your body is screaming, your organism is asking for help. And what happens? You just ignore it. You ignore it. There's something going on because of this low degree chronic inflammation, which is called the neuroendocrine immune metabolic syndrome. It's a whole integrity problem that it's being triggered by low degree inflammation. It causes neuroinflammation, blood-brain barrier disruption. It causes peripheral inflammation, metabolic disorders. Leaky gut is the responsible for proteolysis disruption. It's the responsible of all the oxidative stress, protein aggregation to your brain, and neural loss, both of them related with Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's and all of that. And this context of functional integrative syndrome triggered by low degree inflammation, it's caused by a gene expression at a cellular level. Yeah, it turns off the cell repair signaling, and it turns on the disease promoters. When this happens at your DNA, the cellular damage causes inflammatory response, cell report silencing, metabolic dysfunction, oxidative stress, protein misfolding, and epigenetic remodeling. All of these things are happening right now to all of us, right inside your cell, and the chronic inflammation, our silent enemy, are increasing. In the meanwhile, the risks of serious diseases affecting your mood, your mental health, damaging your joints, your muscles, your bones, weakening your immune system, and causing metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular diseases, hormonal dysfunctions, depression, neurodegeneration, nutritional status such as obesity and overweight and sarcopenia, osteopenia, which, by the way, are the loss of muscle mass and the loss of bone density. And the immunosense, it's the getting old of your immune system and unresponsive. So this systemic inflammation is causing a response to persist and affect the entire body. What do we need to do? You've heard about this all throughout your life. Healthy diets, regular exercise, good sleep, stress management, avoid toxins, vitamins, minerals, and all of that. These small changes could give you a chance. But what happened for the people that already are in the place of the problem? You know that obesity and overweight people can reduce life expectancy by up to 10 years and 10 more years in quality of life also. Could you believe that? This is only the thing that you see from outside, but start thinking what's happening inside, because this is not aesthetics. Obesity is a chronic illness. It's not aesthetic. It only represents in the outside what's going on in your inside. And also the sarcopenia. I'm not going to go deeper here because I believe my friend Dr. Thornton is going to go deep on this. But sarcopenia is the other silent enemy. You know, the muscle is the metabolism organ of longevity. The risk of death of one people that has muscle and the other one that doesn't has is 250% up. Cigarette is 50%. The risk of dying. So imagine that. Imagine aging without muscle. 30, 40 years, you feel that you could, take the world. But what happens when you go 40 and the muscle loss begins, and then the fat accumulation, then the weakness, then the pure posture, balance, loss of independence, and then the major disability? What's the difference between the ones in the up there and the ones in the bottom? What's the difference? Look, quality of life. Quality of life. So we're going to go from proteins to peptides, because peptides are more than just nutrients. Peptides are not just nutrients. We could obtain the proteins from a vast area of for example, of meats and from milk and from this and from that. But the thing is, even from mushrooms and all that, but the thing is that we don't understand that these proteins, when they go through the gastric acid and the liver metabolism and the processes of absorption into the small intestine, what comes into your mouth is not the main problem. It's what is absorbed and get to your bloodstream, what is important. So when we found this, when we understand this, and we started to talk about peptides, which, by the way, the whole world is talking about peptides, like Dan just says. But this is a new revolution in medicine and longevity. People doesn't understand that that this is going to regenerate tissues, accelerate recoveries. This is going to improve physical performances. This is going to change body compositions. This is going to support your immune system. This is going to favor your health, and this is going to combat aging. And what happens is that if you get to understand that organic bioactive peptides are short amino acid sequences between 2 and 20 and released from precursors proteins through enzymatic hydrolysis, which is the one we use, but we could also get it through fermentation or through digestion. They exert positive effects such as systemic anti-inflammatory effects, antioxidant function, glucose regulation, antihypertensive functions, gut regulation, among others. There's a bunch of them. There's a lot of them. So what happens right now is that obtaining organic peptides, if you could see right in the bottom left here, chemical peptide synthesis. We could get them through extraction from natural sources, enzymatic hydrolysis, fermentation, just as I told you, and also recombinant biotechnology in bacteria. And there's a lot of science around it. But let's talk about chemical peptide synthesis. It's the one that uses the semaglutide and tirzepatide and all of them. So they are using that. Why? Because they understand that your cells don't just need nutrients, they also need instructions. Remember this, nutrients are very important, but are not enough if we don't have the proper instructions. And when we understand this, we understand that bioactive peptides are the conductors of the orchestra of integral well-being. All of those musicians are over there are experts in cello, in violin, in guitar, in piano, and they are like your organs in the body. They are all experts. They are amazingly good and could do an amazing job. But if the guy with the sticks in the hands, which is the director of the orchestra, misses this and misses that and doesn't send the proper message to all of them, it doesn't matter how good they are not going to work in a functional, in an integrative way. So what is happening to our organism is just that. The gastrointestinal incretin system, it's shut off. The signaling and production pathways they are being shut off. They are mixed up. They don't know what to do. So what most of the people are doing right now is this. Yes, this. And why is it not working? It's an amazing discovery. It's scientifically is a boom. I'm in love with this discovery. But they have real limitations. Weekly injections, dependence on single peptides, need the clinical supervision, and optimized absorption because it's too strong doses, risk in irritation, complications, adverse effects, loss of muscle mass, non-responder patients. I've seen a lot of them. No matter what you put the shot in the shot, they don't respond. There's limited results, uncomfortable process, hardly sustainable, because in 1 year from now, according to New England Journal, you're gonna regain the weight, but not the muscle that you lost in the process. What if there were a smarter, more comfortable and effective way that we could decide? What if? Because this is what we have outside. A risk of severe effects on pancreatitis, gallbladder, on blindness, on kidney damage, on thyroid cancer, gastric paralysis, osteoporosis, and you name it. You search it, you're gonna find 10 or 20 more on the adverse effect list. But the thing is that we need to understand that the pharmaceutical does a great job, but they are not telling the whole truth about what? When we use this global pharmacological bioactive peptides, we suppress endogenous incretin production. Yes, we took the place of the natural performance of your cells. That's not right. Why? Because when we suppress and we cause weight loss and we cause epigenetic reprogramming, we reduce and suppress cellular hormone pathways, and we desensibilize the receptors, and we cause a systemic biofeedback, a loop that changes all the processes. And when you took off, because you're not gonna be using these shots for the rest of your life, when you took out the shots of the eosine, what happens is that your body doesn't know what to do. All the endogenous hormone metabolic production is off, and it's not going to go back by itself. They just said, okay, they don't need me here, bye-bye, and they are off. So even the JMA cardiology are talking about since 2025 about discontinuing semaglutide among older adults with diabetes and in the US and Japan. Why? They keep going selling and all of that, but why are they thinking about this? Because of the loss of muscle mass and the osteoporosis high risks that the users are getting to deal with. So when you see all of this and you see that we have organic bioactive peptides, which are science that transforms lives, metabolism, health, innovation, when you see that we have our amazing company who provides us the raw material and this strategic alliance with Hofstede Biocare, which is, by the way, world leader in marine biotechnology and listed in the stock exchange, and you're allied exclusively with this supplier for Orygn in the MLM industry, for research, production, development. Come on. They are amazing world leaders in biotechnology. Basically, they have the back of the infrastructure, the quality of the products that reaches us. And when you understand what they've done with this, using hydrolysis, enzymatic hydrolysis, and going through the process and obtaining these bioactive peptides and some other derivatives, what happens is that now we have the other part of the world. I call them the Batman and Robin. We already have the 3GLP. You all know what the 3GLP is doing in the world. It's just exploding. It's viral. People are going crazy with this. And now we're going to have the other side. So I invite you to know Ignyt. Patented bioactive peptides, a standard origin, pure. It's sort of the same, but different pathways. Why could we trust when we use Ignyt, which is the new product? Because the size of the molecule. It's around 1,000 Daltons. That's a molecular weight. And if you translate that 1,000 Dalton molecular weight to a size, it's going to be around 10 nanometers. 10 nanometers, something like a virus size. Do you believe that? That's why the absorption, the quota of absorption and the reach of the bloodstream are so high, above 95, 97%. And we have the best of both worlds, the drops under your tongues, straight to your bloodstream, and the powder in a bottle of water to go to the gym, to drink it, whichever you want to. You could use both. You could use separately. You could use, for example, this one for the maintenance after the first 3 months on your drops. You could use it any way you want to. It's amazing the chances that we have to look forward to another market, to find out that we have all this backup on the science, all these results on gut health, metabolic, energy, and BMI loss, and 10% of body fat decrease in the first 9 to 12 weeks. So having all of this, and really in this pre-launch of Ignyt, makes me so excited, because I just didn't believe that we could have something else beside the drops. But now I found out that the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, because now we understand. And I just took 5 more minutes. I'm sorry. I'm just ending right now. The science is real. More than $50 million over the last 2 to 3 years invested in research. more than 10 years of studies, more than 8 published studies, FDA claims, 13 FDA claims. Could you believe that? 80 plus countries available, 98% bioavailability, all over the news, global coverage of what's going on between Hofstede Biocare and Orygn, FDA and Health Canada approved claims, NDI designation, new dietary ingredient design for our product, non-GMO, Asia passported. You know, the Health Canada claims are recognized in Asia also. So 13 FDA structure function claims. I'm not going to go through this, but you need to know that that's over there in the Real Science, in the website. You just click Real Science and go through them, read them, check all the clinical trials that are published, clinical trials, published studies, in vitro studies, all about it, all about it, all about the support, the science, the trust in the field. The trust in the fields. We are exclusive channel to distribute in the MLM area, environment, through Fission Holdings with BioCare provider, Hofstede BioCare provider. So we also have clinical research partners such as Stanford University, independent clinical researchers, KGK Science, key opinion leaders such as Jim Lavalle and Metabolic Elite in the United States. We have everything. And to end the conversation, this is upcoming in this second half of July. This is just coming. We have already done it with 3GLP drops. I just want to let you know that you are in the right place. You are in the right moment, in the right product, with the right company. The only question is, are we the right people? Are we the right leaders who are going to expand and make this explode all throughout the world? Are we those kind of people? We are Orygn people. We are Orygn, we are disruptive future, we are metabolic wellness, and we are fueling the world with metabolic wellness globally. The wellness revolution starts now, starts today, and starts with you. Are you ready? Thank you, Jesus. Drops to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Dr. Cesar. Now, with you, I introduce you to Jason Putnam, president of Orygn and Be Epic. Let's give a round of applause to Jason. Jason, the floor is yours.
Thank you, JC. Hey, guys, it's just like Dr. Caesar just got done saying. It's we all have this one life, and it's time to make your health your priority, and no one else is going to do it for you. So jump on this train because it's taken off. I'm getting ready. The next speaker that we have, she's an amazing person, Ashley Gertz. She's a double black diamond, a multi-million-dollar earner in this industry. She's been in it for over 15 years. She's a proud mother of 2 girls. She has a fantastic partner, Demetrius Serrano. As most of you guys know, these two are a powerhouse in this industry, and they're the type of leaders that Dr. Caesar was just talking about that we need to bring this product, to bring this revolution to the world right now. Ashley, I'm going to let you take it over. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate it. You guys, how amazing is this event so far? Drop some hearts in the chat because I am so fired up over here learning all this stuff. Dr. Cesar, thank you so much. That I was taking notes as you were saying all that. But you guys, I'm here today to talk to you guys a little bit about building the belief before you see results in your business, before you see results in your health, your physical health, your mental health, It all starts with building belief. It's something that every single one of us, every successful network marketing leader, even every business owner had to do before they were shown results. The truth is, most people, they have it backwards. They think when I get results, oh, I'm going to believe, or when I make money, then I'll get excited. Or when my team starts growing, then I'll be successful. No, that is not the answer. It's actually success comes after you create the belief. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how belief is created. Let's just take an example. If you take a seed and you put it in the ground, you don't go and dig it up every day. I know this is cliche and it's a saying that I've heard often. You don't go dig it up every day to see if it's a tree yet. You water it, you protect it, you nurture it, because you know it's eventually going to become a tree, because that's what happens. Trees grow. You plant a seed, trees grow. It's the same with this industry. People start where they start, then they become successful, but they didn't become successful unless they had the belief first. Really, this is something that I still struggle with at times, and that's why I have a lot of people that hold me accountable. And it's something that it will really stunt your growth in this industry if you don't kind of reel it all in, because eventually the harvest is going to come. The people who are the most talented aren't always, it's not the people that are the most talented that are successful. It's not always the smartest people that are successful. It's the ones that stay and wait for the results to come. So a few things that I like to remember, and I would like for you guys to remember, is before your belief grows, you're going to have to probably borrow some belief, whether that's from your leaders, whether it's from the company, whether it's from the amazing testimonials that this product has already given. Take that all in. I believe in Orygn. I believe in Ignite. So I know where we're going. Like, I already know that I'm successful. We're successful. If you're here, you're going to be successful, because I believe in the system. I believe in our corporate team. I believe in Dan Putnam. And I believe in the stories of all the people that have done this before me. And I know because I've done it before. So sometimes your belief starts as borrowed, and that's okay. Just know that it's okay to take a little bit of belief from everyone else. And like JC said earlier, you have to act as if. The confidence doesn't come from the results. The confidence comes from showing up for yourself every single day, from making the post even though your engagement's down, from showing up on Zooms you may not want to show up on, when nobody responds when you follow up. If you keep showing up, that is where your confidence comes from. Okay? Every action that you're taking right now, right this moment, just by getting on this Zoom, that's putting you in alignment for success, okay? And you also have to protect your beliefs, because there's going to be a lot of people that tell you you can't do this. There's going to be a lot of people that tell you those products don't work. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you you're never going to be able to make that amount of money. So you have to be careful who you allow inside your head. You have to protect your vision, your mindset, and your belief, because that's what it's all about. And then once what you consistently focus on is going to be what grows. And I know that I can attest to that, because that happens. If I'm in a negative mindset or a positive one, it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to leave you guys with this is that results aren't the proof that you should believe. Belief is the reason that the results eventually show up. Every rank, every paycheck, every success story, it all started with someone believing before they had the evidence. So keep showing up, you guys. Keep sharing, keep growing, because your belief is being built today. So believe first and the results will follow. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Please give a round of applause to Ashley Gertz. Thank you so much for an awesome advice. Let's go ahead and now, please, let's go ahead and give a round of applause to our next participant of today. Lisa Putnam, VP of Recognition. Round of applause to Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, JC. Yeah. You know me and music. I love music. Many people know that. Love dancing music. And nothing like all these people getting us pumped right here. I love everybody that we have heard from already. And without wasting any time, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, who I am very excited to hear from, Dr. Jeremy Thornton. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dr. Jeremy Thornton. He is a chiropractic physician. He is a board certified internist. He's a board certified clinical nutritionist. He has been practicing natural and functional medicine for 28 years. He's been on the Epic/Orygn top world recruiters list multiple months in a row. And his highest month was in April with 124 recruits in 1 month. And that is huge. That is awesome. It's huge. He's a diamond rank, and he keeps growing his teams more and more each day. Many people have listened to his lives that he does, and they are awesome to listen to. He is so full of great knowledge. We are excited to hear from our awesome Jeremy, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here. Who is excited? Who is pumped up by now just with these speakers? If you're not pumped up, if you're not excited, you might need to check your pulse this morning. So I'm excited to be here. And, we might have come into this conversation, thinking we were talking about a fat loss supplement, right? Some of you are here because you heard about something that might help you lose weight. And now your mind is blown. And I'm going to continue to blow your mind because you're going to come out of this brief section here realizing that we have our hands on probably one of the most exciting products in the area of anti-aging and longevity, right? Did you ever think that these drops here would improve your quality of life, your longevity, would have anti-aging capabilities? And that's exactly what we have our hands on here. So when most people hear the word longevity, they think about living longer, but it's not about living longer. It's about adding not only about adding years to your life, but adding life to those years. So it's about maintaining energy and strength and independence and resilience and quality of life as we age. So most people think about aging as they assume decline is inevitable, but what if we've been looking at it backwards? Maybe it's we don't stop moving because we get old. Maybe it's because we get old, or we get old because we stop moving. And so I'm going to talk about 4 drivers of decline. Muscle loss. If we lose muscle, we lose strength, right? Mobility, balance, and independence. Inflammation, chronic inflammation accelerates aging. Metabolic decline, changes in metabolism can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, fatigue, reduced energy production, and gut dysfunction. A compromised gut can affect nutrient absorption, immune function, inflammation, and overall health. And so we're going to talk about 4 pillars of longevity that support health span, vitality, as well as longevity. So we're going to look at these 4 pillars that have a profound influence on us and how we age. So we're going to start here, as you can see, with metabolic health. The foundation of healthy energy production, glucose regulation, and body composition. Muscle preservation, the key to strength, mobility, insulin sensitivity, and long-term independence. Cellular protection, protecting cells from oxidative stress, chronic inflammation that accelerate aging. And gut integrity, supporting nutrient absorption, immune balance, and health of the intestinal barrier. And all of these are going to lead us towards energy, vitality, and longevity. The ultimate outcome, of course, when we first support these pillars. So this, Dr. Caesar did an amazing job, talked about this briefly. I'm going to share numbers from here in the US, but this is a bad problem worldwide. Maybe not as bad as ours, but it's up there, right? So metabolic health, 93% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. That's kind of hard to wrap your mind around, right? 72% of US adults are overweight or obese. 1 in 3 Americans are pre-diabetic. 1 in 8 are diabetic. 78% have insulin resistance. or 70 to 80%, sorry, may have insulin resistance. And we don't exactly know that number. Why? Because we don't often measure for it. One of the best measurements for insulin resistance, which of course starts years, likely decades before somebody might get the diagnosis of diabetes, um, is fasting insulin testing, right? And a lot of times we're just not looking at things like that. This can drive an epidemic, right, of heart disease, stroke, cancer, Alzheimer's, and premature death. The statistics over the years are startling. In the 1960s here in the US, only 13% were obese, and today it's over 42%. It also crosses over into kids, which is probably one of the saddest things that I get to see as a provider and a practitioner, is that we're starting to see obesity in kids. We're starting to see blood sugar problems in kids. We're starting to see type 2 diabetes in kids. Now, this just wasn't seen even just a few years ago. So in the 1970s, only 5% of children were obese. Today, it's 22% of children are obese. So metabolic dysfunction leads to chronic disease. Of course, all of this significantly shortens lifespan. So this all starts with insulin resistance. A lot of times you might have heard of insulin resistance, but maybe don't fully understand it. So insulin resistance is when the body starts to not listen to the insulin message, right? So we consume foods that raise our blood sugar, right? The pancreas responds quickly by producing insulin, its job. The pancreas wants to keep that blood sugar in a very tight parameter. When it gets outside of that, of course, it sends the message. Insulin has the key to unlock the cells in our brain, our muscles, our body, lets that sugar into the cell so that we can use that cell for use that glucose for energy, right? That's the way it's supposed to work. But we tend to drive this system way too hard, right? With our sugars, our processed carbohydrates, right? Our starchy foods, all things that drive this blood sugar and drive it and drive it and drive it. And every time that sugar goes up, the insulin goes up too. And I kind of like to use the analogy like the boy who cried wolf. Our cells are seeing the sugar, the insulin, the insulin, the insulin, the insulin, and they're like, oh, big deal. It's just more insulin, right? So the cells aren't listening to that insulin message like they used to. And so now the pancreas says, well, maybe I just need to yell a little louder. So it cranks out a little bit more insulin, a little bit more insulin, a little bit more insulin, the sugar continuing to try to keep that in that very tight parameter. And this goes on again for years, maybe even decades, before, although we have all of this insulin in the bloodstream, the sugar starts to raise anyway. And now we're in trouble, right? Now we've crossed over from insulin resistance into pre-diabetes and diabetes. And then, of course, that drives all of the things you see here on the bottom: heart disease, cognitive decline, cancer. Fatty liver is driven by insulin resistance. And of course, it's going to impact our energy, our vitality, and of course, our longevity. But I'm excited to share the benefits of our bioactive peptides and some of the research we know about that. Dr. Caesar talked about this briefly in some of his presentation, but we know that these peptides support GLP-1 and GIP receptor activation. This helps appetite, of course, satiety signaling, glucose metabolism, insulin function, the DPP-4 inhibition. And this is an enzyme that quickly breaks down all of those GLP hormones in the gut, right? It breaks them down quickly. This has been shown, our amazing Tri-GLP and Ignite technology has been shown to inhibit this enzyme. So it supports normal incretin activity. Those are those hormones, the GLP-1, the GLP-2, the GIP, and healthy glucose regulation. And so it allows those GLP hormones to stay at higher levels in the body for longer without allowing that enzyme to break those down. Improve glucose uptake. So of course it's going to improve blood sugar, A1C, insulin, all of these things, insulin resistance. And of course, we've talked about already a little bit about body composition, reduced BMI, reduced body fat. And what I want to point out is it's fat targeted weight loss, right? We're not talking about muscle loss. We're not talking about bone loss. We are talking about fat loss, and that's exciting. So muscle preservation, we're supporting, strength, of course, is important for mobility and independence. Metabolism is muscle is a major driver for insulin sensitivity and metabolic health. Resilience, higher muscle mass associated with lower risks of falls and frailty and hospitalization and mortality. And muscle preservation is important for bone health. And that's why oftentimes they call muscle the missing piece for longevity. And Dr. Caesar touched on this. I love the visual that he used. There's a big difference in how we age if we can maintain lean muscle. In fact, that's probably one of the most important goals in healthy aging. So the science of muscle preservation, this information here blew me away. And how well this technology supports lean muscle tissue, helps us keep our muscle and even build muscle. So the myostatin, it's a substance that acts on the natural, it puts the brakes on muscle growth. I'll put it that way. Activin, elevated activin is associated with muscle wasting and chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and fibrosis. So these things put the brakes on muscle preservation, right? They encourage loss of muscle. Well, look at this. Our technology has been shown to have 38% suppression of myostatin and 42% suppression of activin A. That's huge, guys. And not only that, but we have rapid amino acid delivery. So we have leucine, which is a key trigger for protein synthesis. So leucine acts as a signal molecule. It activates what they call the mTOR pathway, which tells the body we have enough amino acids available. It's time to build and repair muscle. And so what I'm excited about is I get to see this also in practice is people are gaining muscle when they may have been using this for fat loss. And they're gaining muscle, which of course is key for anti-aging. It's key for longevity. And let's see here. We can't talk about longevity without talking about anti-aging and oxidative stress. And let's see here, trying to keep on time. So oxidative stress occurs when, of course, free radicals exceed our body's defenses. So this causes DNA damage, mitochondrial dysfunction, reduced cellular performance, accelerated aging. And now we're starting to hear a lot, especially in the literature, about inflammaging, not inflammation, which we know that we can impact that as well, but inflammaging, which is chronic low-grade inflammation. This persistent inflammation has been linked to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, frailty, accelerated biological aging. So what drives this cellular damage? What drives this oxidative stress, this inflammaging? Well, it's everything in our lifestyle right now and in our environment, the chronic stress, the poor nutrition, the sedentary lifestyles, the environmental toxins, poor sleep, chronic inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction. All of these are driving oxidative stress, inflammation, inflammaging, and reduced longevity. Because, of course, our goal is not necessarily just to stop aging, it's to slow down the accumulation of cellular damage. And this slide is probably one of my favorite slides. What I'm most excited about is that our amazing technology impacts all of these areas in ways that I had never imagined when I came into this conversation. We talked about how oxidative stress contributes to accelerated aging and cellular dysfunction. We talked about all of that. But studies show we have a significant reduction in oxidative stress with this technology, significant reduction. And not only that, but we're having antioxidant gene activation. Research has demonstrated that this technology upregulates 16 protective genes and it downregulates 9 oxidative stress genes. So this is probably the most remarkable finding. It's not simply reducing oxidative stress, but a shift in gene expression itself. Researchers observed this upregulation and downregulation, as I mentioned. In other words, the body wasn't simply experiencing less damage. It appeared to be increasing its own internal defense and repair mechanisms. This is just remarkable. And studies show that supported these key cellular defense genes right there, the heme oxygenase 1, FTH1, ALOX12. And that's pretty amazing. Not only that, but we also have studies that show the impact on healthy inflammation in the body by showing a reduction in key inflammation markers in the bloodstream, C-reactive protein, interleukin 5, interleukin 8. And this research study also dove into other areas, but this is one of the sections that I wanted to focus on. Not only reduce oxidative stress, but improved energy, improved wellness markers, improved skin, hair, and nails. We don't have time to talk about that today, but the research on skin and nails is amazing, and probably because of the anti-aging benefits of less inflammation, less oxidative stress, and probably because of the amazing collagen peptides that are in this technology. So longevity is about preserving the cells that power life. And then we can't talk about longevity and managing chronic disease and living longer without talking about gut health. Longevity begins in the gut. It's not about just what we eat, it's what we absorb, right? And so we have to be aware of nutrient absorption. We have to maintain a healthy gut barrier function. And we have to manage inflammation in the gut as well, because the gut is where most of our immune system lies, right? And so our technology supports and reduces that permeability. We hear people talking about leaky gut. Our technology has been shown to support this condition. One of my own personal experiences that I've got to see, well, of course, I've seen many things with our patients, but my own wife, who had a very bad sensitivity to gluten. She couldn't eat gluten or anything that even touched gluten without having severe GI distress, bloating, swelling, pain for hours. And guess what? With just in a few weeks after we started this, which wasn't the thing we were looking for, right? This wasn't a benefit we were expecting. She actually consumed some gluten unknowingly. And guess what? She didn't have a response. I was blown away. And so she purposefully tried one more time some gluten to see what would happen, right? And again, she didn't respond like she always has to gluten. And so why is that? Well, one of those reasons is gut integrity. And we know that our technology supports gut integrity, leaky gut, intestinal inflammation. And a large part of that is because of the GLP-2 pathway, right? It's often called the forgotten longevity pathway. So GLP-1 gets all of the attention, but GLP-2 is important for our foundation, right? Our gut barrier support, our nutrient absorption, our immune system health, and all of that is tied into longevity. So I'm moving right along due to time, but this technology is shifting what we know about not only peptides, but what we know about peptides and the human body and chronic disease, chronic inflammation, and metabolic health, leading to better energy, better vitality, and better longevity. Because, of course, it's not about just adding years to life, but it's about adding life to our years. And we have the perfect tool to do that. And so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Jesus.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jeremy Thornton. There you go, guys. Give him a round of applause to Dr. Jeremy for awesome information. And now let's go ahead and introduce Jesus Alvarez, President of Customer Service. Jesus, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, JC. Thank you so much, Dr. Jeremy. What a great information. Guys, this is getting better and better. So let's go ahead and continue because we are excited. We're taking a lot of notes ourselves. So it's just been an amazing, amazing Saturday morning. And to continue with that, let me introduce or talk a little bit about, if we can show the next slide, that would be awesome. So I know, perfect. Thank you so much. We just want to take this opportunity to mention one of our first double black diamonds globally. From Kazakhstan, our friend Galia. She is an amazing leader. She's one of the, I would say, the first ones globally to reach that rank. And because of language, right now we just she's not gonna be with us. So, but we appreciate you, my friend. We appreciate all of you guys. And a lot of people is asking about you guys are open in Russia, in Ukraine, in Kazakhstan. Yes, we are. And we have our friend Gali as a double Black Diamond, one of the Millionaire Club members. And an event is coming in Kazakhstan in October with more than 1,000 people. So yes, we Orygn GLP, we are open in Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Russia, Kyrgyzstan. So Galia, my friend, and everyone else, we love you, we respect you, and we appreciate all of you. And now let me introduce another friend of us, another friend of mine that I have the opportunity to meet in person in beautiful Turkey with her beautiful team. And we are gonna be with her in South Africa pretty soon next month. Amazing leader, entrepreneur, love her energy, love everything that she's doing in South Africa. Yes, we are going to launch this pretty soon over there, and she's getting ready for that. So, my friend, Double Blue Diamond, please, the mic is your Mulalo. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I am super excited to be here. Who else is excited to be here? If you are excited to be here like me, can you give me some fire emojis on the chat box? I am super excited. Like, I just started this business yesterday. 2 days ago, I was celebrating my first year ever since I relaunched my business with Be Epic, But the excitement, it's more like, you know what? You just recently started. I am super excited to be here. I am a proud brand partner of this business opportunity. So when JC asked me to speak about think big, think global, it just resonated with me in so many ways because my first year in network marketing was horrible. It was bad. And the reason why it was so bad is because I was limiting my belief, I had put a ceiling into my dreams, like, okay, people like us don't achieve such things, I had also limited my network to the people around me. My target, it was my family, my friends. And when they rejected me, it was like, okay, this is the end for me. These things don't work for people like me. I'm from South Africa, and where I come from like deep in the villages where most people don't make it. So things like the lifestyle, the big cars, the big houses, it's things that we would only see on TV, So when I started, I had put a ceiling because growing up, we are taught that, we don't get such things. You need to get a job. When I started, a lot of people, my friends, my family, the people around me, they were like, get a real job. These things don't work. But then I had to go back to the drawing board. I was like, okay, the person that I met here, I found them online on social media. That is when I started thinking global because social media has made our world so small. I can reach anyone anywhere. Right now, I've got teams globally in other countries, in different provinces in South Africa. As I speak right now, I'm in Cape Town. I'm from Johannesburg. It's like 11 hours drive. I had a huge presentation today, which had like 60 people. And all those people, it's people that I got from social media. So what I'm going to say to someone who is here, who is new, they are still doubting if this thing can work for them, I'm going to tell you that stop limiting yourself. And when we talk about mindset, they say your mind is a powerful tool. If you tell yourself that I can't do this, these things are not for people like us. It's for people who are out there, who are in the city. Like, I come from the villages, and that's what I used to believe. They say you are right. If you say I can't do it, you are right. But if you tell yourself that I can do it, you are going to do it, because your mind starts working with you. You start looking for solutions. We are in a business where you can build a business globally. So do not limit yourself because of where you come from, your environment. Do not put a ceiling in your dreams. They say if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Nothing can stop you. We have an amazing business opportunity that is in multiple countries, and we have the internet, which makes things easier for us. I go live now, I get people connecting from different countries, from different provinces, which put me here today. That's why I'm in a different city. I was presenting to over 60 people that I didn't know at all. So it's all up to you. You just have to change your mindset and tell yourself that I can do it. If other people out there, they are doing it, what is stopping you? You can do it too. So do not put a ceiling on your dreams. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mulalo. Please give a round of applause to Mulalo Larley from South Africa. Awesome, awesome context that we got today. Now, please, let's go ahead and give a round of applause to our VP of Recognition and Leadership, Lisa Putnam. The floor is yours, my friend.
Thanks, JC. Oh, man, let's just keep this momentum going. I love it. I'm not going to take very much time because I just want to go right into our next amazing speaker. Next, we have Demetrius Saruno. Demetrius has been in this industry for over 20 years. He's a father of 4, and he has built and led teams of hundreds of distributors and hundreds of thousands of distributors all over the world, and he has earned millions of dollars by focusing on helping others reach their goals. He is currently a double black diamond rank, and he told me he's going to be a green diamond soon. So I'm watching him, and I'm holding him to this because I know he and Ashley are on their way. They have already hit multiple bonuses, and if you want to ask them about that sometime, they would be happy to tell you about how they did it, how many bonuses they've received, and they're still working for the next ones. And we are thrilled that he is here. He's an awesome leader. We are so excited to hear from him. And Demetrius, you take the floor. You give us your all of your nuggets that you have for all of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's up, guys? Man, I'll tell you right now, I haven't been this excited for an opportunity in a very long time. And I was excited for this. But I was like, okay, if this actually works, we're going to take this company to the moon. I'm more excited about Ignite because I know this works and I know Ignite is going to work. So you guys, my challenge to you is raise your excitement level everywhere you go, raise your excitement level. Okay. I heard somebody, I don't know how well this is going to translate, but I heard somebody from stage once early in my career. They said, network marketing is a lot like sex. Nothing happens until somebody gets excited. Yes, you have to get excited. You have to show people that you know where you're going. You have to show people that, hey, I've got the greatest thing that you're ever going to see in your life. You got to tell people that. You have to believe that. And I love the training that we had so far. The training has been so good. My flag is even planted deeper than it was before. I learned so many things today, and I'm over here sitting like, man, I wish I would have had more people on the Zoom. I'm over here thinking, I wish my team was bigger. I wish I would have sponsored more people, but you can't do anything about the past. All you can do is look forward. All you can do is focus on what's coming. And my friends, congratulations to each and every one of you, because my promise to you guys is You are about to step into your biggest growth season and your biggest success in your entire life with this opportunity. You heard Dan talk about it. And guys, I got to give it up to Dan. I love that man, and I'm so grateful for what that man has done for me and my family. And I love his vision. He's always looking forward. My topic is momentum. And for me, momentum is simple. Momentum is teaching proper behavior. Maybe you haven't heard the saying, but there's a saying that many hands make light work. That's what we teach here is duplication and retention. Dan is so big on duplication and retention. He understands that in order for you to win, you have to help other people win. So if you guys want to create massive momentum, I'm telling you right now, nothing is stopping this. Nothing is stopping us. Nothing is stopping you. The only thing that's stopping you from becoming a green diamond here is you. It's you. This is the best product I've ever seen in my career. This is the easiest product I've ever shared with people in over 20 years in my career. This pay plan is changing lives all over the world. This pay plan, when I heard somebody from stage early in my career say, we're hope dealers. We're hope dealers. We are hope dealers. We bring hope to people. I was like, that's a cool saying. But in the company I was with, I was like, no, it doesn't make sense because it was so hard for people to win. Now I'm confident that we can say, guys, we are hope dealers and mean it because this is the simplest compensation plan. And it all comes from Dan Putnam and his experience of helping to create retention and duplication. And I'm so grateful. I want to shout out the owners, the Putnam family, for everything that they do. They work so hard for us. This is the most giving family that I've ever met in the industry. They work so hard for you guys to have an opportunity. You combine this product, you combine this team. Shout out to our doctors, man. Our doctors are amazing, right? And the leadership that spoke before me. Shout out to this team. This is the greatest team I have ever seen in the industry. So everything right now has every component for you to have the biggest success run in your career. But it all starts, you want to create momentum? I'll tell you this. This is the secret. People ask me all the time, oh, what's the secret? I've heard the secret is to not keep it a secret. Yeah, the secret is to not keep it a secret. If you're excited, remind your faces. If you're excited, talk to people. If you're excited, when somebody tells you no, say, it's all good. I'm still going with or without you. And you come back to them. You don't let anything stop you from being excited, okay? But here's the secret. I want you guys to write this down because this will change your life as it's changed my life. Whatever you focus on expands. You guys understand that? Our mind is the most fertile ground in the universe. Our mind. Whatever we plant in our mind is what's going to grow. Whatever you focus on. Are you hearing me? This is the secret. You want to be a green diamond? You want to create momentum? You want to have success? Whatever you focus on expands. Ever since I've known Dan, he's been focused on finding $1 billion product. And guess what he found? He found our $1 billion product. Whenever I hear we talk about problems, we discuss problems. Talk about the mindset of a champion. He's always looking forward. He's always thinking, that's great. That's not an issue. That's an opportunity for us to learn from and grow. You are going to be your greatest ally or your greatest competition. Whatever you focus on expands. If you want to create momentum, focus on momentum. But I also love, you want to focus on growth? Focus on growth. You cannot focus on success and failure at the same time. You cannot. If you focus on failure, the only thing that's going to get you is more failure. So you have to be careful what you allow yourself to focus on. The other thing I'll say about creating momentum, and then I'm done, the lifestyle bonuses, guys. Talk about a cheat code. Talk about a life hack. That's the easiest way for you to create momentum, is helping everybody hit the lifestyle bonuses here. If all you did was focus on, you bring in 2 people, you help them hit the lifestyle bonus, you bring in another 2 people, and the compensation plan is built in to teach proper behavior. That's another genius idea from our founder. Get 2 in 48 hours, global pool. Help 2 people get 2 people, lifestyle bonus. What's next? 3x3, $300 a month. 4x4, $500 a month. If all you did was focus on helping everybody hit the lifestyle bonuses, you will be a green diamond here in a very short period of time. That's all I wanted to say, guys. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for you guys for being here. Congratulations. We're going to make the biggest run this industry has ever seen. And you guys are here first. Let's go. Let's go change some lives.
Thank you so much, Demetrius. Wow, what a wonderful words. And if you are looking for momentum, I hope that you really catch what Demetrius said, because honestly, those are cheat codes right there, what he said. He didn't want to keep it a secret, so he didn't. Let's go now to the next participant. Let's go ahead and please give a warm welcome to Jason Putnam, President of Orygn. Jason, the floor is yours, my friend.
Guys, this has been a fantastic call so far. And just the speakers that we have, we've heard from double black diamonds in this company. And I know they're going to be racing to the green diamond. And the next speaker is also a double black diamond. She is a powerhouse, a multi-6-figure earner in this industry. And she is a leading coach. She teaches daily. And you know, one thing about Michelle, she goes to bed late and wakes up early, and she's always there for her team or anybody that wants help in this industry. She's a powerhouse, and I'm going to have Michelle come on right now and talk to
me on this Zoom. I'm going to talk a little bit about consistency, but I wanted to give you a backstory first. So I joined this industry about 14 years ago. I became a single mom of 3 little kids, and I just thought to myself, okay, I'm getting child support. I'm working, but you know, I want to be able to give my kids everything they want and everything they need. So how am I going to create that extra income? And somebody told me about, you know, being able to sell things. And back then there was no Facebook. You didn't use social media for that. You set up tables places, and you set up a table and you talk to people in person. And so that's how I started. I started by setting up tables places, you know, the community center and in local gyms and my house. And that's how I started. And it was just all about talking to people and being consistent. And I had that drive. You know, a lot of people will tell me I'm the most consistent person that they've ever met in this industry. And I like to think that, yes, I am a consistent person, but it's because I have goals and because I discipline myself that I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to make myself be a success story. I'm going to make that extra income for my family. And that was my goal from day one. And that's still my goal. You know, the one thing I want to tell you, and take note of this, consistency is the secret sauce in network marketing. And don't let anybody tell you different. Consistency beats intensity. I mean, if you put it in terms of, think about if you're making 10 phone calls a day for 30 days, you're going to contact 300 people versus somebody who's going to contact 50 people in one day and then be burnt out because they've just did too much, right? It's not about occasional massive effort. It's about consistent daily activity. That is what's going to get you to those bigger levels. Focus on your activities, you guys. Create yourself a DMO, like JC had said in the beginning. Your daily activities should include inviting people to Zooms, inviting people to your testimony group, inviting people to calls. You know, exposure is everything in this industry. Doing your follow-ups, posting and creating content, building those relationships, sharing testimonials, hosting events. Like go back to that old school hosting in-person events. People love that connection with people in person. You know, work with your team, get to know your team. Do things together. Do some live interviews together on Facebook or on any other social media. People love hearing other people's stories. And when they hear it live from you, that's even better. It's not just me putting up a picture and a post. That's me talking. You can see my face. You can hear my voice. People connect with that so much. So when you're creating that simple DMO so you can stay consistent, add things like that. Posting on your social media, creating some reels. Reels are big. Creating some videos, talking in your stories. You know, you don't want to just put up pictures in your story. Talk in your stories. Connect with your audience. They want to see you with messy hair and, you know, messy house. They want to relate to you. And when you do that, you're going to see those connections just build and build and build. Reach out to people every single day. Like I said, 10 people, reach out to 10 people a day, follow up with 5 people a day. Treat this side gig like it's your main gig until it's your main gig. That consistency will build it to that. You know, and always be inviting to see testimonies. Whatever testimony group that you use, always be inviting people to see more testimonies. The most important lesson, don't overcomplicate, repeat. When you're repeating the same things daily, you're creating daily habits. And even like if you're writing down every single day what you want to do, eventually you don't need to write that down. It's becoming a habit of yours. And now you've gone into these great work habits and you're going to see things unfold. The people who win aren't always the most talented. They're often the most consistent. Keep that in mind, you guys. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and they underestimate what they can do in a year, right? If you stay consistent when others quit and stay active when others get distracted, and keep planting those seeds every single day, the results will follow. It will. You know, I can't stress enough. Like I show up every day in my stories. It doesn't matter. I could be outside. I could be inside. I'm grabbing my bottle of drops and I'm taking it with my audience. I want my audience to see that I am consistently taking that drops with them. Not here's my bottle over here or here's a graphic. I'm showing them it's in my hand. I'm actually taking the drops every single day. I don't miss a day in my stories because I want my audience to know I am authentically here with them and I am consistently taking that product right along with you guys. And that is going to make all the difference, you guys. People want to see that not only are you promoting something and trying to sell something, but you're also a product user, right? Be consistent in your social media, be consistent in your product taking, be consistent in talking to people. And all of these little consistencies are going to be one big positive thing for your business. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have. Don't forget, consistency is your secret sauce here. Thank you for having me. I hope you guys found value in not only what I said, but what everybody else said before me and what everybody else is going to say after me.
Please give a round of applause to Michelle Zambrana, everyone. Thank you so much, Michelle, for such a wonderful words. And now, guys, let's go ahead and introduce our next participant of this day. And I'm super excited to introduce her because she is a warrior. If you get to know a little bit about Daniela Romay, she's a warrior. She has made things happen. Her method of operation is amazing with everything that she has going on with her life. And she's not only the #1 in her past company in all Latin America, but she's a great human being, a great friend, and she cares so much about her team. So please give a round of applause to our next participant, Daniela Romay. The floor is yours, my friend. Blue Diamond in only 4 weeks. Let's go. Let's get it. The floor is yours, my friend.
Thank you, JC. I love how Ashley talked about belief, and it is so true. We really need that belief. And I love how she said that it could be ours or borrow it. I really, really, really love it. And another thing that we really need is a vision. And if we preferably have that vision with purpose, we will stay committed. Saying that, I have a question for all of you. Isn't like being a pioneer isn't really like fun? The size of opportunity that we have with Ignite and with Orygn is immense. And let me tell you, it's going to be very hard to repeat ever again. This opportunity chose you. This opportunity chose me. These opportunities chose us. And when you're starting to understand that, you will know how lucky we are. Maybe some of you will not agree with me, but the challenges that we're going through are really cool, right? Or maybe they're rough. Well, these challenges create pressure, and under pressure, it is how diamonds are created. It is true that as a pioneers, we cannot escape to these challenges, like the one where we're having. Maybe because we're growing too fast. Maybe it's the timing in where these opportunities show up. Maybe in your professional life. Maybe some of us, like myself, in a personal lives. But we have learned, or I've learned, that the size of the opportunity and the size of the challenges that this opportunity brings is how stronger we have become, or we will become. So the funny thing is that we are over 1,000 people here, but the saddest part is that for sure, even this opportunity have shown for all of us, not everyone is going to make it. And why? Because not everybody will stay strong, and not everybody will have this belief that Ashley shared, or what we really need to stay, which is a why and the purpose. We need focus, we need strength, we need resilience. We can totally get it, but we need a why and a purpose. Now that we start figuring out our why, that's the reason we're doing these. We need to figure out a purpose. What for? What for we'll do this? And I'm going to tell you also that the size of your the purpose is directly proportional of the size of the excuses that you will do, or you will choose to hold on to or not. My purpose, guys, my purpose is so big that it is no negotiable. And I can project that to everyone that I share this opportunity. And a tip and advice that I will give you, like, that purpose is stronger when your purpose is bigger than yourself. You need to care for other people, not only for you. When we care about others, when we dedicate our life to serve others, and we understand how powerful that is, it is so hard to quit. It doesn't matter the size of the challenges. It doesn't matter the size of the problems. It doesn't matter the excuses that you will want to use. When this purpose is bigger than ourselves, it's very hard to quit. Vision creates excitement. Excitement creates actions. Actions create results. Results create momentum. Momentum creates a movement. And a movement can take it all. Do you realize that you can be responsible for creating a movement? Being here at this point is so amazing that we can build with our values. We can build our way. We can create a team. We can with Demetrius and with other teams. We can create a full movement of a strong company. And that it doesn't matter what team you belong. That movement will show up to the world, and we're gonna grow so strong that we can totally be that company that Dan was talking about at the beginning. The people that you will meet in this journey will be blessed because you said yes. Some of them will become your best friends for life. Your friends that you bring with you, they definitely will become family. I know, I've had that. Can you think of all the financial changes that you will be responsible, how that all the people that you can help with these? And most importantly, and I am so excited about, can you visualize and feel all the testimonies that they're going to come to you? All the people that's going to change their life, their health, their emotions, their everything, because you are choosing to say yes to this opportunity. This is, like, for me, the touching other people's life is the biggest payment. And I'm going for all of it. I'm going for all of it. And I swear to God, the obstacles and challenges that you will get, it will break your limited beliefs. It will totally maybe crush you, or the idea that you thought, the person that you thought you are. And you're finally working on it, you will maybe, you will, some of us will definitely become the person that we're meant to be. Got to build with passion, with purpose. We got to duplicate. That's the key word. Create a movement. And with that, we're definitely going to leave a legacy. That's what we're here for. We're not here just to share a product. We're here to leave a legacy and touch so many lives. So thank you so much for this space, and please share your purpose, share your love, share your strength. Don't be afraid, because it is not over until it's over, and you're the only one that it takes when this is over.
Let's give a round of applause to Daniela Romay. Thank you so much, Daniela, for everything that you said today. It was completely amazing. And guys, aren't you guys excited? Aren't you guys? Put on the chat if you guys are excited for what you guys heard from the doctors, from the panelists, from everyone that is having the resources, the knowledge, the actions to go ahead and become that person and go to the next level as a company. Guys, honestly, just by listening to every single one of the presenters today, I just got so excited. Remember, one thing that Kobe Bryant said, and I've been following this and it helped me so much, but I heard one day Kobe Bryant say, before every preseason, I make a plan. I put everything that I'm going to train, everything that I'm going to do so I can have a successful campaign of basketball. And I sign it and I make it non-negotiable. And I love that. I love that idea, because imagine if you say that you're going to become someone, if you say that you're going to be someone, and you put it, and you make your daily method of operations. I'm going to go ahead and contact 5 people. I'm going to go ahead and be better at speaking. I'm going to go ahead and be better at presenting. I'm going to be more knowledgeable about this. I'm going to have a better body. I'm going to have all those things. And then you sign it because you promise yourself and you respect yourself, because that's the most important thing that you need to do. Sometimes we as people, we respect everyone else and we leave ourselves behind. We will never be with a person that constantly lies to us, that constantly makes fun of us, that constantly say that they're going to do something, but they don't do it. We wouldn't be with a person like that. So then how come we say those things to ourselves? How come we allow to lie to ourselves? How come we allow to say that we're going to do something and then we don't do it? That's why I love this non-negotiable contract that you can do to yourself, because that's the promise to yourself. And with everything that you heard from all the speakers tonight, guys, I hope that you can make your plan. You have the opportunity. You have the knowledge from the doctors. You have everything that you need. And you have clues from every single participant that gave their speech tonight on what are the main essential things that you need to follow. If you really listen, make your plan, make it non-negotiable, you will make it. I promise you that. And now to finish, because I know that we took a little longer than we should, let's go ahead and please welcome our VP of Recognition to help me go ahead and give a couple of announcements before we finish. And then we can go home and get excited, because what is coming, guys, what is coming, it's amazing. I know you haven't tried this, but the moment that you try this, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna go ahead and say the flavor really quick. And if you're going to be in these next events that we're gonna have, that Lisa is going to show you right now, you're gonna be able to try this wonderful product, because we're gonna have it there with us. So Lisa, let's go ahead and get it, my friend. What do we have for the tour of USA?
Oh my gosh, we are so excited about this. And thank you again. Just like I want to echo what JC just said to everyone that's already been on. And we're not going to have anybody else on. I mean, I would love to keep going all day and listening to everyone that has so many wonderful things to say and so much knowledge and everything. I love it. But we don't want to take any more of your time, but we do want to make these announcements. So yes, we are starting a US tour. So you'll see on the screen that the first stop is in Los Angeles, California on July 11th. And so we will be there. In your back offices are the SKUs that you can go in and purchase tickets. So you'll see in there that it is $15 a ticket for the Los Angeles and Houston events. And then for the pre-launch event in Orlando, the tickets are going to be $75 until August 1st. And on August 1st, they're going to go up to $100 a ticket. So if you want to get in and you want to get your ticket, if not have to pay the $100, then I suggest that you jump on that. These are capped out events. So once the tickets are sold, then that's it. And so for Los Angeles, it's 200 people, Houston's 200 people, and Orlando is 1,000. So I suggest that if this is something that you want to do, you want to help grow your business, you want to be with other people, learn from them, you want to be with corporate, a bunch of corporate's going to be there, including Jason and I are going to be at all these events. And so I suggest that, you're going to take a leap and you're going to build your business, that you be at these events. Maybe not all of them, maybe one of them, maybe you want to be at all of them. We would love to see you. So Houston, Texas, August 1st, in Orlando, Florida, September 12th. These are all Saturdays. More information will be coming out of the exact locations and times. So just keep watching for that on Facebook Epic Connect or anywhere that you watch our social media, Instagram, wherever. So yeah, we are very excited about this US tour that we're starting. And hopefully we're going to just keep building and growing so much that we end up having to go to many other states in the United States to just keep this momentum going and we're going to load out these rooms. And, it'd be awesome if we're looking for places to have events for 1,000 people for Los Angeles and Houston. That's what would be awesome. But, we start from here, started from the bottom, now you're here. That's one of my favorite songs. And that is just, what we're doing. We're going to ignite this tour. We're going to use Ignite. We're going to spread Ignite and let's just do it. Everybody get excited because this is going to be awesome. I see somebody asking about Mexico. JC is going to announce the next thing that is to do with Mexico, that Jason and I will also be there for that event. And so we're doing a lot of traveling and we love it to meet all you different people. And so JC, I'm going to turn it back to you for the next announcement.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. And that is right, guys. We're going to be in Guadalajara this August 22nd for the pre-launch event for Ignite. You cannot go ahead and miss this. It's going to be amazing. In all these events, we're going to be with corporate, with Lisa, with Jason, Dan. It's going to be amazing, guys. And of course, also all the lineup of speakers today, like Michelle, Ashley, Demetrius, Daniela. I mean, everyone is going to be on these events. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be able to meet them. I'm going to be there myself as well. So it will be amazing to get to know all of you guys over there in these events in Houston, of course, in Los Angeles, Orlando, and now also in Guadalajara. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be in Spanish. Super excited for that. So Mexico, there you go. You're going to have it in Guadalajara. And also, guys, we are ready. We are ready to go ahead and give the Jeep giveaway. As you guys know, we give these cars constantly. We gave, probably Tammy's here, maybe listening to this Zoom. Congratulations, Tammy. She won a C8 Corvette convertible. Oh my gosh, beautiful car. And now it's time to give this beautiful Jeep. I believe in manifestation, guys. Let's go ahead and put it on the chat. Who's going to get this Jeep and who's going to get it absolutely for free? This Jeep is for free. You will get the title and the keys with it. Nothing of payments or anything like that. You get the title and the keys with it. And it will start, this giveaway. It starts from July 4th and ends on December 31st. And we will be giving this car on January. So stay tuned for that, guys. All orders of Origin, of orders of Be More, everything that has to do with Ignite and anything that has to do with Orygn will participate in this wonderful giveaway. So make sure that you are buying, getting tickets, and you're gonna be able to participate in this wonderful giveaway. All right, guys, now let's go and talk about incentive trips. I know that you guys want to know exactly what's going on with incentive trips because we were in Tulum and also in Turkey recently. So let's go, my dear friend Lisa, tell us how we can qualify for these wonderful incentive trips.
Yes, I am so excited about these. We loved our incentive trips, like you mentioned, in Turkey and Tulum. And it's so fun to have all of the Be Epic and Orygn family all there together, everybody sharing their knowledge and expertise and their momentum and their awesome attitudes. So we are working in the background. Many people think that because we haven't announced where we're going, that we're not working on this. I want you guys to all know that it takes a while. It takes a while to figure out places where we can go, where people that need visas can go. Like, we have all these different things we have to take into consideration when we're doing these incentive retreats and trips. And so I can tell you, though, that for USA, Latam, and Canada, your qualifying period is going to start in October of 2026 this year and go until December 2026. That's your qualifying period. And then for Europe, Eurasia, and South Africa and the EU, well, sorry, that is the EU, that you guys are going to start in December of 2026 and go until February of 2027. That's your qualifying period, okay? And I can tell you that those in US, Canada, and Latin America, your trip will probably be most likely in the month of March of 2027. So anybody write that down, get this, know this so that you can be planned ahead of time for your trips. And then for Eurasia, EU, and South Africa, your trip will probably be in May of 2027. So get all that ready, get that down. And then down at the bottom of this slide, you'll see that it's the top 100 qualifiers based on new signups. So these are the qualifiers that Dan has put into place. And he also added, which is totally awesome, anyone that qualifies during these time periods. So during your incentive trip time period for your country, if you hit the double black diamond rank, you automatically get to go to this event. And so be working on this top 100 qualifiers, okay? It's going to be a capped out event this time. The top 100 make it. And so it's a race. Here comes the race to make it to the top 100 qualifiers that go to each one of these incentive trips. You guys, these trips are awesome. There is so much fun going on there and camaraderie, and we love it. We love seeing everybody together and seeing, even though people don't speak the same language, they still communicate. They get their phones out, they translate with each other, they get their WhatsApp information, and it's awesome to see all of this go on. So with that, JC, let's close this out. Let's make this the best week ever, the best month ever, the best year. And let's just push forward and let's just get the excitement going. You guys are already doing it on social media. I see it all the time with Ignite. You're doing awesome, showing your drops. I love it. I love seeing all the momentum and the excitement. And I just want you guys to keep it up. Don't stop, just like some of these leaders have talked about. It's consistency. It's not letting people get you down. Don't listen to the haters. Keep going, and you do what's good for you, and you just build your business and ignore the negativity.